Hello, my lovely Year 5 artists. Welcome to Lesson 1 of your collage project. This week we will be making friends with scissors and a glue stick because you'll be using them all the time. Today we'll also be using some white card and you'll have one of these photocopies. Each one has got 3 images that Manchester, of inventions that Manchester has created. So Vimto and the programmable computer, graphene, Rolls-Royce, ice cream cones, for example. Everyone starts with 3 pictures. We start the same where we're just going to cut out those 3 pictures. Now, for this first composition, we're thinking about perhaps the artist Schwitters, Kurt Schwitters, who used bits of rubbish and magazines and things like that, but also perhaps Mark Bradford as well. So we're looking at very flat sort of designs and compositions. So I just start off by cutting out and cutting into pieces. I'm doing triangles, I'm doing straight lines, I'm doing a couple of circles, and I'm just starting to build up my composition. Okay, and the idea is each time we try a piece on one way, try a piece on another. When you're happy with where it goes, you glue it down. You don't glue it down until you're happy. So this is what we call a composition, where we're trying out different ideas and arranging them so we're happy. When you finish, you may have leftover pieces of your photographs of all the inventions. Keep them safe. We're not wasting them. Put them to one side. I've put a box in there for you to use. And there you go, my first composition. And you might want to go with something very flat like this for your collage, or you might want to go something more sculptural. Have a look at this I've made here. I'll show you how I've done this. It's very different from our flat composition, much more sculptural. I was thinking here more of Anatsui's work that we looked at, which is using all the bottle caps, which is using those found objects to create his artworks. So let's get sculptural. We start in exactly the same way, where we start with our 3 pictures. But this time we're going to, instead of putting them flat, we're going to think about how we can make them raised and how we can shape them. It's still a collage. We're still using our paper and we're still building up our compositions. We're just doing it in a different way. So this is one way you might want to do it. I'm cutting here. I folded a piece in half. You can see I'm cutting from the centre, from the fold, down near to the end. Not right to the end because I want it to hold its shape. And I'm going to use this to form a nice shape here. It doesn't look like anything there at the moment, but if I start bending bits backwards on itself, so every other one I'm doing here, look, I'm bending it the opposite way, it means that I can start seeing some of the shape and some of the picture through it. Okay, that looks much more interesting now. So I'm going to lay that on. So I guess this is like a relief collage, isn't it? Because sculpture can be flat that then sticks out, so it can be mounted on a wall like this. And so that's a relief sculpture. So what I'm doing now is I'm now slicing up this picture of Baby. Baby was the name of the first properly programmable computer that was developed in Manchester. And I'm going to be turning this into shapes here, nice little round bits. I've got a little tail there, which I'm going to use to stick it down onto the piece of paper. And I've just curled it up, the rest of it up there. So I've thought about how I'm going to stick it to the paper there, onto the background, or the mount. Anatsui, the artist, was really into the idea of playing. He wants you to play with art to create. And so I want you to do the same here. Just have a really nice play with it all. Try ripping like I'm doing here. Try making shapes. Try cutting. Try weaving things around. There isn't a right or wrong answer with this, because this is all about experimentation. Okay, we learn from mistakes. If we don't like something, we can peel it off. So just have a really nice play and get really creative with your collage. Here I'm sort of doing some framing with some flatter bits, and it's nice to do a mixture of having something that's sort of sticking out and more sculptural with some flatter bits as well. So there you go. That's my second composition, and I gather up all my waste and I put it away, ready to use again. And there, I'm really happy with that. I like the way that some of it's flat and squished, some of it's folded, some of it's really sticking out. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that composition. So you go for it yourselves. What's also interesting is if you move it around, it changes how it looks, and you might find actually it looks completely better the other way up. I like the kit this way up, and this one I think, I don't know, let's try it in different ways. So have your collages out in front of you, show each other your work, try it in different positions so you can see what works one way might work better the other. You never know. Have a good experiment, and remember to keep all your little pieces of offcuts because we'll need those again. Enjoy your collaging. Bye.